Well, the hits just keep on coming. I won't bore you with Brian Cage and Lance Archer versus two guys with painted faces and barbarian gimmicks. I won't bore you with it, but they did. They did that. And then they went out to the parking lot. And all the jobbers are still standing there, as we've talked about before. They're ready to wait. If anybody comes up from Moxley's bunch, they've got them. They've got the sticks and the pipes and the. And then suddenly, here again, it's like 10 or 12 guys, but they're in a 15-foot space. So if they tried to come into this giant sports arena from any other location or angle, they'd go right by them. But also, these are guys that are actively supposed to be wrestling on the show. So, fucking Muffin Top Taylor, who is now apparently a producer, you know what they say, those who can't do also can't teach. He comes up with a headset and a lanyard around his neck and say, "Hey, Briscoe, your match is next." So he's calling him off the picket line to go in and wrestle. And then
Hold on, let's stop right there.
Okay, go ahead.
How funny is that? In kayfabe, the company producer comes out to get one of the angry, like you said, picketers. Okay, time to come in. You can come back after your match. What?
Yeah.
Why doesn't a producer just call the police?
So I was about to say, this is not a thing that AEW has authorized, that these guys should be out there. They're just doing it on their own, in which case they're vigilantes armed with goddamn clubs, and shouldn't somebody in the neighborhood be concerned? Right? What the fuck is going on with this shit? It's indie. It's outlaw mud show.
Should there have been one person with a, like a pitchfork? should there have been someone with a torch? Like, what were they missing? What were they missing?
Somebody should have had a pitchfork, because they're spreading enough manure. And that's when now Muffin Top turns to Pockets and has a heart-to-heart talk with him and says, "Hey, you and I, we used to live together because we couldn't afford to live on our own. Why are they all so proud of having been complete failures in their lives until their mid to late 30s when they ran into a billionaire Richie Rich?" So I'm sorry, before I'd have lived with either one of these guys, I'd have turned to crime. I'm just admitting that right out. There's got to be a better way. But Taylor mushmouths a fucking story that it was about damn time that Pockets steps up. Like this, of all the guys out there, there's a 7-foot fucking giant out there. There's goddamn Mark Briscoe who could do some damage in a situation if he needed to. There's some men out there, but he's telling the least intimidating guy who has no emotion whatsoever and has the physique of a goddamn Valvoline employee that works out on the weekend, "You need to step up." What the fuck is happening here? They are featuring all the friends again. Literally, not the guys that were the gimmick of best friends, but all the friends of the fucking Cucamonga Kids, the entire Lollipop Guild, because they've lost all their main eventers to injury, attrition, and lack of interest on the main eventer's part to come to work. And now they've got to, and you look at Taylor, they put this boring bowl of pudding on national television as a wrestler. Don't forget that. Because he was friends with the other indie fucks that they all hung around with. So if there's a question about why the WWE has left these fuckers in a cloud of fart smell, it's because what the fuck? You've got this fucking bland, tubby cretin standing there talking to this idiot dipshit indie guy on TBS. Where do they think the viewers are going, and why do they think they're going there?
And this is only going to eat up the rest of the show. I think everyone's going to get pulled into this. I think Omega's going to get pulled into this. I think MJF will get pulled into this. I think everyone's going to get pulled into the AEW Infinity War of Moxley and the other Road Warriors.
And there was
taking
Fat
on the
Uno
entire locker room.
Fat Uno was out there in that fucking mask in the parking lot. Like, what did he think when the guys came to beat him up that they would laugh so hard they wouldn't? Could we move on?
Please.
We'll come back to it.